A recent study from Johns Hopkins revealed a terrifying truth. After age 50, your liver's ability to flush toxic waste drops by a staggering 47%. You feel this mechanical decline right now. It is that dull, unexplained heaviness tucked right under your right rib cage. It is that brick wall of exhaustion you hit every afternoon at 3 p.m. Your liver is not just aging. It is physically backing up. Everything you have been told about fatty liver disease is a dangerous half-truth. It is not caused by eating too much fat. It is a biological choke point called bile stasis. Johns Hopkins researchers cross-referenced modern physical decay with ancestral eating patterns. They isolated the exact mechanism. Your liver is a load-bearing engine. It operates precisely like an industrial filter and hydraulic pump system. When that pump fails, the system drowns. But there is a biological solvent. A 50-cent breakfast staple that the medical industry aggressively demonized in the 1980s. Fair warning. What I am about to reveal completely contradicts what your doctor told you about cholesterol. But what if the very food you were told to stop eating in 1985 is the exact biological key your liver needs to flush this fat away? But aging ISN and APOS, T-what and APOS, S slowing your liver down. U and APOS, V's simply stop giving it the one biological lubricant it needs to keep the engine running. The medical term for your internal decay is lipid peroxidation. Think of it as structural rust. Your liver produces bile. Bile is the hydraulic fluid of your digestive engine. It acts as a chemical garbage truck. It sweeps toxins, heavy metals, and degraded fats out of your system. But without the proper raw materials, that fluid changes state. It turns thick. It becomes a sticky, tar-like sludge. It stops moving. The sludge backs up into the engine block. The heavy toxins sit inside the liver cells. They oxidize. They corrode the delicate filter membranes from the inside out. You feel this structural failure as heat, as deep internal friction, as that persistent, throbbing pressure under your right ribs. Your doctor tells you to eat less fat. They tell you to lose weight. But calorie deficits do not fix clogged pipes. Standard advice starves the engine instead of changing the oil. Statins and extreme low-fat diets treat the overheat warning light. They do nothing to drain the sludge. The exact year we stopped eating this one specific food, fatty liver disease exploded by over 300%. The data points directly to the dietary guidelines of the 1980s. We removed the exact molecular vehicle required to transport fat out of the organ. Millions of people attempt to fix this congestion with morning cleanses. And if you think a glass of lemon water in the morning is fixing this, you are missing your liver and APOS, S biological clock by hours. Standard medicine will tell you to just end APOS, eat less fat and APOS. But you can end APOS, T fix a clogged pipe by starving it. You need a biological solvent. And it costs about 50 cents a day. The biological solvent is warm egg yolk bone broth. Do not reject this. Listen to the mechanics. The raw egg yolk contains a massive, concentrated payload of choline. Choline is not fat. It is the structural vehicle. It binds directly to the toxic sludge. It packages that sludge into very low-density lipoproteins. It physically pumps the fat out of the liver. The yolk is the hydraulic export mechanism. The bone broth provides a massive dose of glycine. Glycine rebuilds the physical structure of the damaged cellular filter. It seals the microscopic leaks. The protocol is absolute. 1 raw, pasture-raised egg yolk. Whisked into 1 cup of bone broth. Consume this exactly 30 minutes before dinner. The broth must be warm. It cannot be boiling hot. Heat structurally destroys the delicate phospholipids in the yolk. It denatures the choline. It ruins the solvent. You do not need expensive, store-bought broth. A traditional homemade carcass soup works perfectly. Simmer chicken, beef, or fish bones for 24 hours with a splash of vinegar. This slow extraction pulls the exact high-grade glycine required for phase 2 detox. It delivers the same medical payload at a fraction of the cost. Add a pinch of turmeric and black pepper to the broth. Black pepper boosts the curcumin absorption from the turmeric by 2000%. Let that number land for a second. 2000%. This creates an immediate anti-inflammatory shield around the corroding liver cells. This brings us back to your biological clock. Your liver performs its deep cleaning cycle between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Morning detox drinks are useless. They arrive hours after the shift is over. You must prime the engine before sleep. Drinking this broth before dinner arms the liver for its midnight flush. If you want a secondary pressure valve, use apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in 8 ounces of warm water. The acetic acid stimulates immediate bile production. It thins the sludge. It forces the hydraulic fluid to flow. You can also steep 1 tablespoon of dried dandelion root for 10 minutes. The taraxacin in the root forces your liver and APO's bile acid receptors to open wider. It acts as a chemical flush. But none of this matters if you are pouring syrup into the gas tank every morning in the form of APO's, healthy APO's, fruit juice. Fruit juice is concentrated fructose. Fructose bypasses normal digestion. It does not feed your muscles. It is pumped directly into the liver like thick syrup. It instantly converts to toxic fat. It accelerates lipid peroxidation. It creates a complete system stall. It destroys the filter you are trying to rebuild. Once you clear the sludge and seal the leak, your body doesn't just recover. It rebuilds. Imagine waking up 7 days from now. The dense fog behind your eyes is gone. You feel hollow and light around your midsection. You possess sustained, crystal-clear mental energy that lasts until bedtime. That dull heaviness tucked under your right rib cage has completely dissolved. The physical sensation of pressure vanishes because the sludge is finally pumped out. You will see the proof. The digestion changes. The system clears. The garbage trucks are moving again. Your body is a magnificent, self-cleaning machine. It knows exactly how to heal its own tissue. It simply requires you to stop starving it of its natural lubricants. You have the power to restart the engine. You do not have to age like everyone else. In the next protocol, we dismantle the one breakfast food that reverses everything you just learned. It sits in 90% of kitchens.